Hey guys, so today I'm going to be reviewing for the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse, and I just uploaded a video for the new Maybelline Dream Smooth Mousse, so if you're interested in that, check out my Dream Smooth Mousse video. But for now I'm going to be reviewing the Dream Matte Mousse, which has been around for a while, and this is a product I've always wanted to try, like for so long, but I never have because I read some really negative reviews on it on Makeup Alley, and so I just thought I should just take the advice of all these people and not buy this. But I just was so curious, and then when the Dream Smooth Mousse came out, I kind of wanted to do a comparison, so I just ended up buying this one, and I've been kind of pleasantly surprised. I really like both of them, and you can hear more about why I like the Dream Smooth Mousse in my Dream Smooth Mousse video, but in this video I'm going to talk about why I've been really liking the Dream Matte Mousse. So, the Dream Matte Mousse is about $10. You can get it at any drugstore. It comes with 18 grams of product, which is quite a lot. The Dream Smooth Mousse comes with 14 grams, so you get more grams per dollar with the Dream Matte Mousse than with the Dream Smooth Mousse, which is cool. It's a whipped consistency. It's a little messy. It comes in a jar like this, and sometimes it spills into the cap like this, but I don't know. It's not that big of a deal. It's a little messy, but it doesn't really bother me. So it's that whipped kind of consistency that isn't very good for someone with dry patches on their skin, because any kind of mousse product will always kind of bring out any kind of dry patches on your skin. So if you have dry skin, just as a rule of thumb, it's probably not a good idea to try the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse. This foundation has a, I would say, medium coverage, anywhere from light to medium coverage, and it has a very smooth airbrushed finish, which I really love. It just kind of gives you that porcelain China doll looking skin. And I'm not wearing it today. Today I'm wearing the Dream Smooth Mousse. So don't base it off of this. But it is good for oily skin because it has kind of that matte finish. And I love products with matte finish. And this really does give a really pretty matte finish. So I've been applying this with just a traditional foundation brush like this. I don't want to really use my fingers, just I don't prefer that. But I know a lot of people do use this with their fingers. A lot of people have complained about this packaging not being very sanitary. So, I mean, that is a little bit of a problem if you're a germaphobe. You can combat that by washing your hands before you use it, or washing your brushes before you use it, and just not sharing your makeup with other people. But I'm not really a germaphobe, so it doesn't really bother me. I like using a regular foundation brush with this because it doesn't get like stuck in the bristles. Like if you were to use like a MAC 187 or something, I feel like the product would just get like stuck in there. But this, you know, you can kind of just pick it up a little off the lid, and then just dab it on, and then just kind of blend it out. I have found that this is a little harder to blend than the Dream Smooth Mousse, because it has that whipped, kind of thicker texture. And especially if you don't have the perfect color, which I don't right now. I'm wearing this in color medium 1, which is slightly too dark for me. And so if I don't really do a lot of work blending this product, it will look a little spotty or stripy. So I guess it's really important to make sure you're wearing the right color in this, because it kind of is hard to blend as it is, and if you don't have the right color, you're just going to be doing a lot more work blending it. But I don't really mind blending this out, because the look that I get after I've kind of blended it is a really pretty look. And I've been getting a lot of compliments on the way my skin looks when I wear it, and that's really reassuring, because, I mean, how often do people really compliment you on your skin? And when you just switch to something new and then people start complimenting you, you know, you have to kind of take note. And I had a few girlfriends who actually wore this, and I would always notice how beautiful their skin was, and this is what they were wearing. So, I mean, it really does give a very beautiful finish. So a lot of the reviews I read about this product were saying that it's not long wearing, it's really slippery, it'll just like glide off your skin, and I didn't really find that to be true. Now I have combination oily skin, so I'm not an extremely oily skin person, so maybe that's why. But, you know, it isn't extremely long wearing. I think that this probably would last anywhere between 5 to 7 hours. So it would be a good idea if you're like getting home from work and you're going out like to touch up after work or touch up midday, or just bring powder with you to kind of put some powder over. But it didn't really make my skin really oily. Like, I felt like it faded very naturally. So maybe the coverage wasn't as strong near the end of the day, but it did a good job controlling my oil. So that's pretty good for me because usually any kind of products I use, like, it's really hard to get that matte finish and it's really hard to control the oil. So even though it wasn't really long wearing for me, I thought that it did a pretty good job controlling my oil, and it wore naturally. Like, by the end of the day, it was kind of faded, but you could still tell that I was wearing makeup. It wasn't like, oh, that girl just like totally has no makeup on. Whereas the Dream Smooth Mousse, by the end of the day, I kind of felt like if I didn't touch up with this, like, it just looked like I straight up wasn't wearing makeup. But with this, like, it kind of wore a little better. Maybe that's because the coverage, I think, is a little bit more maybe on the Dream Matte Mousse. But I really like this because it's really portable, comes in this jar, you can just throw it in your bag, just carry a little brush around with you. You can even use your finger if you need to, just kind of touch up in spots. And if you get the right color, you know, you don't even need to wear this all over your face. You could just wear this as like on your chin or any kind of blemishes you have. And I've even really found it to be nice because I don't have to use as much concealer with this. It does a good job kind of getting my under eye circles covered up and even my lids. Like today when I did my makeup, I didn't even wear lid primer. I just used a little bit of this before I put on my eyeshadow, and it's been doing a pretty good job keeping on my eyeshadow. So I don't know, I guess I'm just going to say, despite a lot of negative reviews that I've seen on this, I think it's pretty solid, and I've actually really been enjoying this kind of dreamy airbrushed matte finish that I get from it. I really like a matte finish, so I think that the packaging is kind of cute, and I like that it's portable. They do a really good job labeling these. Like, this is medium 1 in the store, so I think it goes light 0 to light 5, and then medium 0 to whatever. So you can kind of go up in steps. The only thing about the color spectrum I will say, which is the same with the Dream Smooth Mousse that I've already pointed out in my other video, is that they seem to be either a yellow undertone or a pink undertone. There are not a lot of neutral undertones in this collection for some reason. It just seems to me like a lot of yellow, good for, you know, olivey or Asian maybe skin tones, or if you have a yellow undertone, and a lot of pink. But if you have a neutral undertone, I've personally had a little bit of a hard time because I have a neutral undertone. Medium 1 is a pink undertone, which pink undertones look way better on me than yellow, so I usually stick with pink, but this is just slightly too dark. So medium 0 has a yellow undertone, and then I think I'm going to try light 5. Which is the pink step down from this. So just for reference, when you're in the store and if you buy a color that's too dark, just because it's too dark doesn't mean you should get the next step down. Okay, so like this is medium 1. It has a pink undertone. If I got medium 0, it would have a yellow undertone. So when you're in the store looking at the display, just make sure you're looking at the labels and kind of figuring out, does it have a yellow undertone or does it have a pink undertone? So you're not just like buying something because you think like, oh, I'll just buy the lightest of the mediums because I have kind of medium skin but kind of light skin. Just kind of look at the undertone. So that's just my advice. Anyway, I think that's all I have to say about this. If you have any other questions, leave me a comment. I'm sorry if I didn't hit on everything, but thanks for watching, and don't forget to comment and like it and subscribe. Bye guys, have a good day.